Good morning, everyone. I'm at Big Bear Cannabis. I'm going to let a couple people hop in here this morning before I get started. Thank you to everyone for joining me. Of course, Cassie, good morning. Good morning. Sassy, thank you so much. Twitchy Blaze in the house. OBS Vegas Penguin, thank you so much. Twitchy, thank you for inviting your followers. Not much, man. Excited for another Monday morning motivation. It's been a great day so far. Loved your broadcast out in the woods. Wellness, thank you for following. Shades, Hayes, thank you for following. Thank you for inviting your followers and tapping the screen, you guys. Love it so much. I'm just going to let a couple more people get in here before I get started. If you don't already know, my name is at Big Bear Cannabis. I am somewhat of a weed. I got a ton of weed knowledge. I don't know if I'd go as far as say I'm a weed expert, but I definitely have a ton of knowledge. So today, for my Monday morning motivation, I want to talk about something that is close to my heart, and that is veterans. And the fact that it's Memorial Day weekend, I wanted to do something special for the vets out there. I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but 22 veterans per day are committing suicide. 22 veterans per day are committing suicide, and that is staggering. It's really sad. And cannabis is something that can actually help. And so having access to cannabis is important for our veterans. And so it's been long debated in the legislature, the national legislature, our federal government. Salute to our fallen heroes, absolutely. It's been debated for a long time, and it not only helps with things like stress, but with cancer as well. And having access to this medicine is important for our vets. And for the longest time, our legislature could not come to an agreement on having access for our veterans. And it's really sad because opioid death rates among our vets is actually double what the national rate is. So again, our vets are killing themselves at twice the rate with opioid overdoses than the national rate. And cannabis use has actually gone up drastically among veterans throughout our country as well. But good news, 2 weeks ago, the Senate and the House have kind of put their stamp of approval on what would essentially stop the VA from preventing its doctors from recommending marijuana or cannabis to its vets. So that's fantastic news. Nothing has been actually passed yet, but they have put their kind of the seal of approval on. At veterans hospitals, they've made it very difficult for vets to access cannabis, and it's made really what they've done is they've put their handcuffs on doctors from even recommending it. A lot of doctors aren't even allowed to talk about cannabis, and the fact that there's been memos that have been put out by the VA to the VA doctors saying you aren't even allowed to say the word. I mean, not quite like this, but almost saying, you're not even allowed to say the words marijuana. And if someone wants to talk about marijuana, one of your patients want to talk about marijuana, absolutely not okay. So if we truly care about our veterans, we're going to stop sending them overseas. But the good news is like I said, 2 weeks ago, the House as well as the Senate have come to an agreement, and they're going to put that into a larger appropriations bill for the military that will make it so that they'll give them they'll give you 500 oxys a month. I have a number of friends that are veterans. I live here in Las Vegas, and there seems to be a fairly large veterans community. And you'll see that, every one of them that I talked to have talked about how the VA will throw pills at you like it's part of what they're supposed to do. It's like they want to get you on as many pills as possible. And so for a lot of people, we're kind of hearing this in the NFL as well. People want to have another choice. You voting Trump? No, I'm not going to be voting Trump. Never Trump, never Hillary, for sure. So the fact that we're making these forward steps is incredibly important. It's not there yet. We still have work to do, but they are making progress. And I think what's important to note is that we as marijuana people, we as the cannabis community, we need to be, feel the burn, baby, feel the burn. We as people need to be calling our representatives and saying, you need to make this accessible for, well, not only that, we need to just have legalization. I don't know why there's no reason that cannabis should be illegal in the first place. Nobody dies from cannabis use. People don't die from smoking pot. Veteran Dabber here. Do I count? Yeah, 100% you count. 100% you count, brother. And thank you for your service. I think the one thing that we can do to help our veterans is stop sending them to war. Let's stop sending our children overseas to die for oil. It's really sad. I think that's the best thing that we can do. So what are some terpenes that might actually help with stress? Obviously, PTSD is something that a lot of veterans struggle with. There's a lot of people that struggle with PTSD. So what are some terpenes that might help that? Because again, remember, guys, that THC is not what gives you the direction of your high, right? It's not how you feel. THC makes you feel high, but it's not all the ins and outs that really the high that you feel, right? So terpenes like pinene, limonene, those are going to be more uplifting for your mood. They're going to help you feel better. But then there's other terpenes like linalool and myrcene, which will actually help relax you. Right, so it depends if you're trying to uplift your mood or if you're trying to relax a little bit. But those are 4 terpenes right off the top of my head that will help pretty drastically. All right, this time he was smoking CBD and got high. Yeah, no, CBD is not going to make you high. So if he smoked something and they told him it was CBD, he definitely had THC in it if he got high. That's when it has PTSD. Yeah, I mean, there's a number of people I know as well that struggle with PTSD, and it's really sad that we have put people in a situation like this. We send them overseas to go fight in a war, and then we don't take care of them when they get back, and it's really pretty sad. So that's kind of my little piece on veterans, and I appreciate everything that people do to go over there and defend our country. I don't necessarily agree with our foreign policy, but I think that it's important to support the people that when they get back, right? CBD oil and vapes, it's THC oil or CLO. Yeah, I'm going to smoke out a vet today at 11. There you go. Smoke out a vet. Hashtag smoke out a vet for Memorial Day. I like it. That's really cool. Yeah, one of my good buddies is a veteran, and so we talk about these issues quite a bit. And it's good to know that there's definitely people out there that know what's going on and want to make the necessary changes. Hashtag smoke out a vet. There you go. We should start that today. That's funny. Maybe well, my buddies moved to Virginia, unfortunately, the one that I'm specifically speaking about, but I'll find someone today. I'm going to smoke out a vet today. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, it's sad because, I saw a meme which kind of summed it up for me, which is you got a guy, there's a military guy, and he's shooting a rocket, a javelin rocket off of his shoulder, right, through a rocket launcher. And it said, you got a guy shooting an $80,000 missile that won't make $80,000 in a year, shooting that missile at a guy that won't make $80,000 in his lifetime. And it's just so backwards. Our mission to spread democracy, it's not really about that. And I really hope that people start to wake up to the fact that we use our military in a really, in my opinion, in a really sad way. I don't think that our military is actually used to protect us. That's just my opinion. So, as you guys know, I'm at Big Bear Cannabis. I'd love for you guys to go win this bubbler. Go to bigbearcannabis.com. There's 1 day left. So go win this bubbler. Go sign up on the blog to leave a comment on the question of the month. That's bigbearcannabis.com/QOTM. That stands for question of the month. Nation building, yeah. And there's a lot of nationalism as well that is in there as well. And we kind of this rah, we're the USA. We're the best at everything. And that's really not always the case, sadly. So go win this bubbler. Give a piece of glass away as well as a T-shirt and a gift card. So go win that, and then make sure you're following me on Big Bear Cannabis at all the major social media outlets and on Facebook. I appreciate you guys. Does anybody have any questions? I got like 1 minute left. Go check out Sassy Nay. There you go. Slightly Fragrant. Everyone, I appreciate you tapping the screen. I appreciate you inviting your followers. I'm at Big Bear Cannabis. You guys have a great day. Hopefully I'll be at HempFest as well. I'm not sure if I'm going to be coming out to Hemp Fest or not this year. It depends if we end up doing might end up going somewhere else. So my buddy invited us to go take a vacation over in the Caribbean, so we might end up doing that instead. So we'll see. I'd love to be up there. I definitely would love to meet up with all of you guys for sure. So it just really depends if we end up going to the Caribbean or not. Can't say no to the Caribbean in St. Lucia. Yeah, right. All right, guys, let's go turn over to Stacy Nay. I appreciate everyone joining me as always. I'm at Big Bear Cannabis. Shoot me a follow. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate the invites. You guys have a great day.